School. Yo, it's April 1st, and that means it's a new month, and a new month means a new book for the book club. This month, we have The Runaway Robot.
耶！又到我们好书俱乐部的单元咯。那我们这个月要介绍的好书呢，叫做《机器人雷克斯》。然后呢，你看一下英文标题 The Runaway Robot。这个 runaway 是当形容词使用，逃亡中的，他在跑掉的这个机器人，到底这个机器人为什么要逃跑呢？然后在这边的话，我们看到这个副标题，他说 Adventures in Space。记得如果提到外太空，你可以说 Space、Outer Space 都不加 the， 所以在这里面的话，你会看到 Adventures in Space 就可以了。
Don't forget that because this is an adjective, runaway is one word, but the verb phrase is to run space away. So the runaway robot runs away. And if you want to say it clearly, you need those little pause, the shout dun dun. One more time. The runaway robot runs away.
没错 ，runaway 好，就是那个形容词，它是一个字。但如果今天老师刚刚提到的，如果变成这种动词的片语的话 ，run away 它就是被分开的。The runaway robot runs away 好，就变成是这个逃亡的这个机器人呢正在逃跑。OK， 好。
Okay, let's hear our story, and when we come back, we got paragraph 1.
The Runaway Robot. Paul is a 16-year-old boy living on one of Jupiter's moons called Ganymede. When Paul's family moved to Ganymede, his father bought a robot to help take care of him. Rex is a companion robot that is programmed to follow commands. He looks after Paul and keeps him safe. Despite being a machine that can't feel emotions, he is a lot like a human. Paul doesn't have friends, but he has Rex. They spend all of their time together and even have secret places where they can go to talk in private. Most of the people who live on Ganymede dream of going back to Earth. One day, Paul's father is informed that the whole family is going to return to Earth. However, since Rex is only a robot, he is not considered part of the family. It would be too costly to bring him along, so Paul's father sells Rex to a local farmer. Paul is angry about this decision. Therefore, he decides to run away rather than get on the spaceship with his family. Meanwhile, Rex also runs away from his new owner, and he and Paul are able to reunite. The real adventures begin when they sneak onto another ship and travel around the galaxy.
Okay, friends, don't forget, it's really, really useful to write in your magazine. I do it every time I study. Have a pencil and have a pen, maybe a highlighter ready, but write your notes down. They'll help you remember. Sentence 1. Paul is a 16-year-old boy living on one of Jupiter's moons called Ganymede.
好，我们来看第一段的第一句话哦。他告诉你说 ，Paul， 好，我们的主角出现了。主角呢叫做保罗 ，is a 16-year-old boy。在这里的话特别注意 year 这个地方没有加 s， 原因是因为它整个 16-year-old 它是形容词，后面要去形容后面这个 boy， 所以这个 year。好，根据这个 Chris 老师的习惯，都会我们写上那个 s， 然后把它打叉叉，让你有个印象说，哦，这边的话 16-year-old 不要加 s。On one of Jupiter's moons， 好，这个地方特别注意一下，这个 moon 你会注意到说，哎，我们常常看到 the moon，m 是大写吗？对，如果是大写的，是指我们地球的那个月亮。 但一般来讲 moon 这个字的话，它指的可以是卫星的意思。那 Jupiter 在这个地方，它指的是木星。木星它有好多好多的卫星啊，对不对？然后这个地方如果谈到是 planet or moons， 好，这个话我们会使用 on 这个介系词。所以整句话的意思就是保罗呢，他是一个16岁的男孩，住在木星其中一颗这个卫星上面。这个卫星 called Ganymede， 好，叫做格尼米德，好，这个卫星上头。
Now, this is a Greek word, so the spelling is a little tricky here. Don't worry, it's pretty easy. Ganymede. Ganymede. Now, let's look at the O in moon. I think everybody can say moon very clearly, but they have a big problem with the other O sound, like in COOK or BOOK. They like to say book and kook, and that's super wrong. And let's give you a little tip. So usually that oo in moon is correct. But if you have a word, OOKJ way, it's going to be every time. So book and cook and cookie, never book and kook. Maybe you could write down book and cook and cookie so you remember those different sounds.
没错 ，oo 呢有2种可能的发音，在这边的话是 好像类似像是 moon， 但如果说像老师刚刚提到 ook 的话，它会变成的声音，就变成 look， 好 cook。Cookie， 好，这些字的话，你可以把它写在上头，可以区别一下 oo 有2种可能的发音。
When Paul's family moved to Ganymede, his father bought a robot to help take care of him. When we take care of someone, we help teach them, help clean them, we help take care of them like they're a little baby. And I don't know, a dad buying a robot sounds pretty cool.
Yeah， 没错，老爸会买这个一个机器人，感觉到超酷的啦哈。所以他这个地方，他这句话说 ，When Paul's family moved to Ganymede， 好，当这个保罗一家呢搬到这个卫星木星的卫星格尼米德上面的时候呢 ，His father， 这个保罗的爸爸超酷的。Bought a robot to help take care of him， 好，居然呢帮他买了一个机器人来照顾我们的主角保罗。
Rex is a companion robot that is programmed to follow commands. Now, a companion is just someone that goes places with you. You could say friend, that's fine. Now, a command is an order. I tell you to do something and you do it. I don't have to be polite. Sit up, go to school. Those are orders. Those are commands. They don't have to be polite. They can be, but they don't have to be. Companion, command.
没错，这一句话里面最重要的2个单词呢，就是 companion。老师刚刚有简单介绍一下 companion， 就是其实 companion 就是陪伴的意思，陪伴你的人等等。那 commands 的话指的就是指令 orders。好，那如果说有的时候你如果看过阿拉丁神灯的话 ，Your wish is my command 啊，你的愿望就是我的指令，我会照着做。所以这个地方他提到的是说 Rex 啊，我们另外一个很重要的主角就是雷克斯。你也不要忘记了，我们书名叫做机器人雷克斯嘛，所以这个地方 Rex 就是他了。他说 It's a companion robot， 它呢本身是一种陪伴型的机器人 that is programmed， 好，它是被设定怎么样 to follow commands， 好，会去接受很多很多的指令，好，去遵照指令去做的一种陪伴型的机器人。
Okay, let's look at the word companion one more time. COM, COL, CON, 都是 with 的意思. One more time. COM, COL, CON. Now, Anthony,
Yeah.
you speak French, so I have a word for you. How do you say bread in French?
Pain.
That's right. And look at the middle here. What is that?
Companion.
It's bread. So
Oh.
the PAN here is actually like the Romance language word for bread. So a companion literally means a person that will eat bread with you, will have dinner with you. This is a friend.
原来如此。所以在这个地方呢，这个 COM 老师刚刚提到说就是 with 跟你在一起的，所以有 COL、COM、CON 好都可以是这一起 together 的意思。然后中间这个地方 PAN 这个部分呢，老师刚刚问我说法文的这个面包怎么讲？那个叫做 pain。pain 的话是 PAIN 这法文的拼法。那老师就说其实事实上这个中间的字根呢就是 面包，所以跟你一起分享面包的人就是你的朋友 companion.
That's right. That's what that word means. It means the person that eats bread with you.
Wow.
There you go. So he looks after Paul and keeps him safe. Now, 这个 keep verb 小心你用就不可以 verb to verb. Keep you to 做什么？不对。You keep somebody adjective or you keep V-I-N-G.
没错，所以这边他告诉你说 he looks after Paul。我们刚刚有提到 take care of， 在这个地方 looks after 也就是指照顾的意思。我记得那时候在看书的最前面的时候，有的时候小朋友嘛，他在本身的时候必须要穿上太空衣，他很害怕他随便把那个管子拔掉啊或什么的，他要去照顾他，确保说他安全帽要戴好这样子。所以他呢，这个 Rex 就是负责去照顾 Paul， 我们的主角。Looks after Paul and keeps him safe. 要确保他处在安全的状态。
Okay, let's continue here. Despite being a machine that can't feel emotions, he is a lot like a human. This makes me think of like ChatGPT. Some people think this is their good friend or they fall in love with their ChatGPT girlfriend.
Yeah.
They don't feel anything, but they can make you...People like to put emotions onto things.
没错，很多时候我们会投射我们自己的情感跟情绪，对不对？好，所以在这个地方呢，他说 ，Despite being a machine that can't feel emotions， 好 ，emotions or emotions 都可以，两种念法都行。他就说，虽然说呢，它是一个怎么样？它是一个机器，然后也没有办法感受这任何的情绪。He's a lot like a human， 但是呢，他非常像一个人类。所以说，在这刚开始的时候，你看这本书的时候，最开始他就是用这个雷克斯的视角去告诉你说，哦，这是保罗，他16岁了，然后这是他的爸爸怎样怎样，爸爸是很厉害的，如何如何。他是用他的这个视角去看，你会觉得说，哎，你从这个视角来看的时候，你会觉得他就像是人一样。
All right, let's look at he is a lot like a human. Please underline a lot like. Number one, don't say a lot of like because a lot of 之后你要一个复数名字 you need some kind of uncountable. But like 这边 it's an adjective. We can see we have a be verb. He is like a human. 他真的很像. So it's a lot, 不是 a lot of, right of, and cross it out. Paul doesn't have friends, but he has Rex.
好，接下来告诉你说，哎 ，Paul doesn't have friends， 他呢是没有什么朋友的，对不对？哈 ，But he has Rex， 但他有这个很爱他的，应该说就是身旁这个陪伴他的这个机器人 Rex 来照顾他。
They spend all of their time together and even have secret places where they can go to talk in private.
所以在这边他告诉你说 ，they spend all of their time together， 然后他所有的时间都是跟 Rex 在一起哦 ，and even have secret places。那如果在书里面他提到说有一个近基地，一个叫远基地，一个比较远，一个比较近这样子，所以还有很多不同的秘密基地在那边。然后 where they can go to talk in private。当你提到 in private， 就是私底下可以好好聊心事啊，谈所有各种各式各样的想法。
小心 ate here 发 it not ate. Don't say private, private. 谁下来 it. Let's take a quick break and when we come back we got paragraph 2. Hey friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We are on pages 8 and 9. It's the book club, and this month we're talking about the runaway robot. So Paul and Rex, they like to spend all their time together, and they can even talk in private. Let's begin paragraph 2. Most of the people who live on Ganymede dream of going back to Earth. I want you to underline of going back.
没错，在这句话里面很重要就是 dream of doing something， 所以这边后面这个 of 后面配上 VING 的情况。在这边的话，我们来看这句话，他说 Most of the people who live on Ganymede， 好，住在格尼米德这个大部分的这个人呢，怎么样 ？Dream of going back to Earth， 都很梦想着要回到地球。
That's right. After a preposition, 解释词 of。You need a noun or a gerund, and going back to Earth 不是现在回去美国，他们在梦到这个事情。 so you need a VING here. One day, Paul's father is informed. He is told that the whole family is going to return to Earth. That's what they have been dreaming of.
As a dream come true， 对不对？好不容易一直想啊，希望能回去。结果呢，你看 one day， 好 ，Paul's father， 保罗的父亲呢 is informed 或是 is told， 好被告知说 that the whole family is going to return to Earth。好，各位，你们全家都可以回地球喽！哦耶，太棒啦！好，一定很开心。
However, since Rex is only a robot, he is not considered part of the family, which I think makes sense, right? I think it makes sense. It hurts us. It makes us feel sad, but that's true. He's not a person. He's a robot. It's a robot.
Yeah, 所以在这边的话告诉你说 ，However, since Rex is only a robot， 好，所以今天的话，我们这个雷克斯它只是一个机器人而已。所以呢，如果说今天好，我们可以让你回去，我们几个名额，好，可以让你回去，可能中间这个过程机票啊什么很贵，对不对？要坐火箭。He is not considered part of the family。哦，但是你的机器人呢，不算是你的家人，所以你可以想象后面会有一个问题，就是那机器人能不能带回去？
So it would be too costly, too expensive to bring him along. So Paul's father sells Rex to a local farmer.
哎呀，我的天哪！所以你可以想象他这句话说 ，It would be too costly to bring him along。如果要带着这个 Rex 一起回地球的话 ，It would be too costly。在这个地方为什么要用 would？ 原因是因为他是想说啊，如果要带的话，他是讲一个假设的情况，所以我们在使用的时候会使用与现在事实相反的假设。It would be costly to bring him along。要带回地球，事实上会花好多钱。So Paul's father， 好，所以这个保罗的父亲呢 ，sells Rex to a local farmer， 就想办法把它干脆变现，把它卖给当地的农夫这样子。
Paul is angry about this decision.
那你可以想象谁会不高兴了？哎，你把我从小陪伴到大的保姆，都已经有那些那种 sentimental value，
Yeah, of course. So Anthony, I want to ask you, would if you were Paul, excuse me, if you were Paul's father, would it be easy for you to maybe work a little bit more to bring to get some more money and bring the robot back? Or would you say this robot needs to stay on Ganymede? What would you do?
I don't know. As a grown up， 我觉得身为一个成人，你知道说这本来就是一个比较务实的做法，就是说哦，那就把这个机器人留在。但是 somehow I can totally understand why Paul feels terrible, right? 那觉得说，如果说今天要把它带回去，要花好多钱，我们要在这边工作好几年，下次还有没有机会再一起回去？又不知道那么多的变数。我的话，我身为如果说今天是 Paul 的这个爸爸的话，我可能还会做同样的决定，就是把它卖给可能当地把它变现，没办法。
Yeah, I kind of agree. For me, I kind of thought leaving the robot wouldn't be a very hard choice. Now, maybe selling him to a local farmer sounds very terrible, but this is something that happens a lot. We need to move and we can't take our cat or our dog. To me, that would be a lot harder. If you told me, you guys maybe know I have a lot of cats.
Right.
And if you told me I couldn't take them, look, I'm not moving.
Yeah.
Like, why am I going to this new place? I can't have my cats. These are my babies. So I understand Paul's father, but I also understand, Paul.
没错，所以老师的话，基本上他说，因为老师有好多只猫，非常多猫。如果告诉你说我们要搬去一个新的地方，但是你不能带你的猫，天哪！老师说那我不搬了，我绝对不搬了。
事实上，昨天他们都很坏，今天卖掉没有？对 They were so bad yesterday. I don't know why. Okay. Therefore, he decides to run away. Remember, runaway robot, but he decides to run away.Rather than get on the spaceship with his family.
好，所以我们这个主角保罗呢，做一个很大胆的决定，对不对？所以 therefore 就是所以的意思。As a result, he decides to run away. 他决定要逃跑 ，rather than 而不怎么样呢 get on the spaceship with his family， 就没有跟他的家人搭上那艘要回地球的太空船。所以你看最后一刻，好，大家说机长广播啊，大家都准备好了，我们要回去了。哎，他跑了。
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Okay, so look, we get on a spaceship, and we get on a bus, and we get on a bicycle, but we get in a car. Why? Well, if you can stand up and walk, you use the on preposition. So, 公车 and 飞机 and like a boat and a ship, you can stand and walk. 要说 on. But if you can't stand and walk, you have to say in. Like if I'm in a taxi and I stand up and start trying to walk, the taxi driver is going to be angry. So 你要说 get in, 小心。
没错。
Meanwhile, Rex also runs away from his new owner, and he and Paul are able to. They can reunite, come back together.
Yeah， 没错，所以这里的话 ，meanwhile 的意思就是 at the same time，好，在同时之间呢 ，Rex 好像心有灵犀的一样，说哦，他跑了，那我也跟着跑吧。好，在这里的话，就是他不是被卖到那个当地农夫的那个地方，那个庄园啊、农场啊等等。Rex also runs away from his new owner， 好，也从那个地方逃走了。And he and Paul are able to 就是 can， 他就能够 reunite， 就能重新团圆，重新相聚在一起了。
The real adventure begins when they sneak onto another ship and travel around the galaxy. Bye, Dad.
哦，好勇敢啊！所以在这里的话，他们最后一起做的决定就是 the real adventures begin。好，真正的冒险就开始了。什么时候开始的呢？When they sneak onto another ship， 因为大家都会抓他说，哎，我们家的这个 Paul 跑哪里去啦？他也16岁，也是一个很青少年高中生了，对不对？所以他其实有勇敢的去航向未知的能力。他就说 sneak onto another ship， 就偷溜上另外一个太空船 ，and travel around the galaxy， 在这个银河系这边开始环绕银河系，到处去看不同的这种风景。
This story is about listening to your parents versus making your own decisions as a young adult. Children have to listen to adults, but they also have to become adults, and adults make their own decisions. What do you think is the right decision here? What should Paul do?
没错，所以这个故事呢，你可以想到它的主题就很像是说，今天一个小朋友在成长的过程中，到底是该一直听话呢，还是慢慢开始学会做自己的决定？身为小孩的话，必须要听话，可是你也在慢慢变成一个大人的过程中，你得要负起自己的责任，做自己的决定。在这种两边要必须选择之间，如果你是 Paul， 你会怎么做呢？
Tell us what you think. I always get excited to hear. We'll be back tomorrow with day 2 of even more of The Runaway Robot. For Enjoy English School, I am Chris Gorski.
I'm Anthony.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.